Yeah, I'm Tina Gallo. I'm an actress, but I'm also the founder of the Nashville Studio of Method Acting, and we every year have an annual workshop. It's been a fabulous workshop this year, really fabulous. We have Shari Rigby, who is an actress, a director, a producer, and a writer. She's been talking about the casting side now that she's directing as well. The business, that you are the business.
I get to almost $200. That's a big deal.
I, for so many years, just desired for somebody to help me navigate this area. So how do I step in and have write-offs, or how do I step in and choose the best set of headshots? How do I look at, looking for an acting coach, or how do I study, or how do I, start to cultivate these tools that I need for my business, headshot, demo reel, what do I do with that? And today it's having home studios, and whether you're acting or you're doing voiceover, it's about equipment. So there's so many pieces of it that I tried to walk through with the talent that are here today from the perspective as an actress, but also as a director, producer, hiring people as well in the industry.
I have referred so many people to the school, and they will message me and say, thank you so much for sending me there. And so I am a huge fan. And I tell everybody, almost daily, I'll tell somebody about the Nashville Studio of Method Acting.
So good, you guys. This is unbelievably good.
Lisa Zambetti flew in from Hollywood. She's a major casting director. She's also doing faith-based projects as well as a lot of the series. And we are a conservatory-style school. So I tried to bring in all the elements to NSMA. And so it's really just been wonderful watching her do the movement class and be able to do that in person.
So the exercises today were just about opening up your body and just looking at how do my elbows move? How do my knees move? How does my torso move? How does my spine move? And just really getting in touch with that. But when you can really open up your body and roll around on the floor and pretend to be a mouse and then pretend to be a giant, it's really freeing. And then they had an assignment that I gave them to look at a piece of, I gave them a whole bunch of different artwork to look at, and they could pick one picture and create a character out of the artwork, which is something that you would do in a video game if an artist has a rendering of a character, and they say, okay, how does this character talk, walk, make it come to life? And so that's what they had to do. And they did amazing. And they're all different kinds of characters, all kinds of crazy. Some of them were human, some of them were not, mechanical and animal. And so they just had to throw themselves and their bodies into creating those out of nothing.
We can fly.
And so I think I noticed a huge difference and for my commercial voiceover and the more dramatic side in the video game world whenever I started taking these method acting classes, and it really helped me to deliver more believable performances overall that just didn't feel mechanical, or they just felt more genuine.
You want to see that knife, you have to kind of show it
I've
to
cast
us.
quite a few projects that shot here. I'm just looking for actors who can understand the style and the tone of what I'm working on, whatever the material is. Actors who, come in with a great choice, with a strong choice, who understand that the camera needs to come to them, that they don't have to push for the camera to understand what they're doing, but to have a real rich internal world. I'm just so thankful for it. I feel like you guys are really giving us, again, that foundation that now I see it's not everywhere. It's shortcuts and all these different courses that are just so cheap compared to what we're getting from you guys. And even though it's taking a while for me, I feel like that's the process, but that's what it is. And I'm even able to use that with all the commercial stuff I do.
Hello, everybody. My name is Greta Heisey. I'm from
It's a very
Tennessee.
supportive, encouraging, loving community. Like, there's no competitive spirit. Tina talks about it all the time. You got an ego, you're gonna be knocked down. And not by her necessarily, but just the moral of the story is it takes a lot of humility to be an actor or an actress. Like, you have to be so self-aware, like you're saying, and vulnerable, and be willing to take risks. And this is a community. This is a place where you're free to do that.
Heart can be broken. You're following somebody, but don't let them know, okay? You cannot let them know.
I think the most important is you actually get technical training. As a dancer, I understand the importance of technical training. We were talking before, like if you ask casting directors or other people in the industry, you're going to get multiple different opinions of what you should do and shouldn't do. But if you can kind of find the foundation of who started this, you're going to see progress, because it's going to be coming from proper form and proper technique. It might take some more time, but the progress and the reward of it is so much greater.
It's just been really a well-rounded workshop this year. Today, we are working on scenes. They're going to come up. They're going to do like a live audition on scene work. And Shari, myself, or Lisa will be a reader.
There's so much to acting that I never even thought about. And Tina actually brought more to the table than I would have ever, realized. But she is passionate. Her passion resonates. She's brought out things in me that I didn't realize I had.
Yeah, I think what I noticed about Tina's students I think the one thing I would say is they're really grounded in their craft and in their faith. I think that they truly know who they are and how they're navigating, working in the industry. Tina is full of such joy that I think that's what pours out over other people. And really in the industry, when we're dealing with such long hours and it's intense, we want people that are full of joy.
Perpetual learning is important in the same way that you're always in the gym. You're always, an athlete is always practicing his technique. A musician is always practicing.
I would say that Tina is an amazing teacher. She really knows her craft. And she's got so many years of doing acting school herself under Strasberg and all these great, amazing acting teachers. So she has a lot to give and a lot to offer. And I think as far as here in Nashville, I think she's the go-to acting coach, in my opinion.
I think different actors need different things. Some people already come in with a great sense with certain skills, but not other skills. And so you can't just have a Band-Aid that fits everybody. So what I can see about Tina is that she seems very sensitive to that and, is able to give different tools to different people.
Theater, it resonated for me.
And because she too has had all of these different trainers and schools or methods of training, she brings all of that to the table and she helps, I believe, people navigate the industry, taking tools that would be beneficial to them to get them more grounded in the work.
For this to happen, I didn't mean to hurt him.
And it is so exciting to see that there's a new generation of actors that is studying under someone like Tina, who takes the work very seriously. And it's not just, come and go. And it's very formulated. And she takes the work very serious. And I think you can see with all the students, it's very inspiring to see that as well, that we know that there's an entire group of a new generation of actors who are learning from someone who learned from the greats and is taking the work as serious as they did.